Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. I'm excited because I know something you don't know. Because today we're going to talk about all of these new products from PAT McGrath for her holiday collection. I just mean that I know I really like them and I'm excited about it. It's not too much of a surprise, but we got a lot to do. I'm so happy to see you here. Don't forget that you guys can also follow me over on TikTok, Instagram, and on Threads. But let's get going here. What I have right now on my eyes is kind of a combination. I leveled things out after we did all of the demos. I will timestamp everything below. Let me start with the fact that, first of all, usually when I get PAT McGrath deliveries, they are 3 to 4 weeks, no exaggeration. 3 to 4 weeks later than everyone else, and I usually spend the first minute or so of the video complaining that my order took so long. So this is where the complaining would have gone. I almost budget for it time-wise, so I got nothing to say. Think I'd still be complaining? Yeah, that would be about it. Maybe I complain a second or two longer. Okay, well, there's where the complaint would have been, but I've left it out because I'm not saying it was super duper quick, but it was quicker than my PAT McGrath deliveries usually are. So I had to leave out the complaints. I'm going to go ahead and link all of these cool products below. No complaints for me today. I know, but check them out down below because there's a lot of stuff that I got here in front of me, a lot of stuff I didn't get. I got it all down there. Plus you can check out our $3.99 members only a month. We have weekly members only lives and we talk about all sorts of craziness. You're missing out. You gotta be there. Okay. So let's talk about all of this stuff. So what I got linked down there that I didn't pick up, there were colored mascaras, there were blush and glow trios that looked to be mostly repeats. I got actually with my order that we're going to look at in a moment, I got this Golden Moonlight highlighter just kind of thrown in because they were feeling generous. It was listed, so I guess you got it if you ordered enough. So it was listed on there. Here's what I actually picked up. I picked up both Motherships. We're going to look at everything, swatch everything in 2 different lights, and we're going to do a bunch of demos. Anything that I don't compare, because you know, when you talk about comparing PAT McGrath, every season that gets more and more difficult because the woman is a genius and she has so many shades and so many things to compare. So if you have a particular comparison that's going to make your life easier and your decisions easier, just let me know. I do those over on Instagram. My Instagram page is full of them. Come on over there if you haven't already, and I'm happy to do that for you. Just let me know your name over on Instagram so I can tag you. Okay, so I picked up both Mothership Bijoux Brilliance palettes. Now each one, I picked up Starstruck, Splendor, and Jewel Temptation. Each one is $76. I actually bought the duo, so it was $125. So I saved a little bit of cash. And they do say, they don't say these are limited edition, but they say they're limited quantities. What's the difference, Rebecca? You tell me and we'll both know. I don't know. I also picked up both of the Bijoux Brilliance eyeshadow palettes. I got the duo. There's 4 of these, I think, and I picked 2 for $62. If you want to buy them individually, they're $36 each. But I picked up Lunar Nightshade and Bordeaux Bliss. The others were very kind of neutral shades and bronzy shades, and they're beautiful when PAT McGrath does them, but I figured we all had them a million times over. I don't know. Now, here's the thing, and like I said, there's blush and glow trios and colored mascaras. I was not about to buy a red mascara. If you did, bless your heart, it's not for me. Let me show you what I got though. I think I kind of got a good representation. We got a lot to play with here. In terms of repeat shades, usually I sit on the floor of my studio with everything from PAT McGrath scattered around me and I see what repeats are. And I didn't this time. I know that I recognize some names. I think most of these eye shades, if not all of them, are not repeats. If you're seeing this a few days or weeks from now, you'll have the benefit that I will then have of knowing. But right now, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. there's 2 blushes in these face palettes and they're repeats. I just know that. So let's look first. Here's Starstruck Splendor. We're going to do these one at a time. This is $76 each or $125 if bundled. I know that these 2 shades, let's see, we got Nymphite and Coral Cosmos. I know that those blush shades are repeats. I don't think any of these eye shades are actually, but let me know. I might find out and, you know, kick myself. And let's look at this swatched, okay, in 2 different lights. Here it is on my arm in studio lighting, the 2 blushes on the side, and it's the way it's laid out in the palette. This is Starstruck Splendor on my arm in studio lighting, but you know how we're going to see it best, swatched outside in the warm California sunshine. Take a look at it again, laid out the way it is in the palette. The blushes on the side, and then the eye shades. Really pretty. Interestingly enough, these are made in the US of A, whereas the 5 pans that I purchased are made in Italy, and they're definitely a different feel to them. The 5 pans are much creamier. We'll talk about that. These are much more powdery, and yet I was thrilled with them on the eyes, more so than I was in the swatches. Here's a slightly darker face palette. This one is Jewel Temptation. Again, the 2 blushes I know are repeats. That's Desert Amber and Paradise Venus. I'm going to swirl them around in the demo. There's the eye shades. They're definitely sultry. Pat McGrath went sultry for this. Take a look at this on my arm first in studio lighting, because you got to see it both ways. But you know, you guys, as pretty as it is in studio lighting, if you really want to see it, you take it outside into the warm California sunshine. So take a look at those out there. So pretty. So pretty. I was not, you guys, if you are coming into this video like, really, I'm waiting to see these at the discount store. No, these are good. Why do you think I sound so excited? I was jaded too, but she pulls me back in. And I don't want to ever lose that excitement for makeup. So I was jaded. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want any of this to order. I was surprised that it was all released at the same time. Do you remember last holiday season? They released it in kind of fits and starts. Remember that? And I think most of us are like, I kind of bought what I wanted. You know, by the time the like 3rd little release trickled in, we were like, eh. This time it all came. And it really was a smorgasbord. Okay, let's look at the Bijoux Brilliance eyeshadow palette. I got the duo for $62, but each one of these is $36 if you'd rather buy it individually. Let me show you first. Let me get it out of the light there. There's Lunar Nightshade. I've never really seen anything like that. And in the demo, we talk about this little shade thrown in there, but it works beautifully. And then we have Bordeaux Bliss. Don't worry, I'll swatch these too. Here's Bordeaux Bliss. Oh, I had to get me some of her pink ruby shades. And I say this in the demo, everyone's like, oh, she does this pink. She does it for me because I love her pinks. Let's take a look at these on my arm first in studio lighting, one on top of another. It's just a row of shadows. So we have Lunar Nightshade on top of Bordeaux Bliss, and it is so, so pretty. These feel a lot differently. These are made in Italy, and they feel thicker and creamier, a definite different formula, a little less glittery. Those Mothership shades are indeed a bit glittery, you will see in the demo, but these are much smoother and thicker and creamier. Let's take a look at them, same swatches, on my arm outside in the warm California sunshine. Take a look at those outside. I know, aren't they pretty? Oh man, I just love them. I want to go to the demo now. Hey, take a moment for me before we go to the demo. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. I would consider it a massive favor. It really helps me grow the channel to a wider audience. So give a quick check to make sure that you're subbed. And then this is a combo of our 2 5 pans, kind of mermaidy look, but we're going to do them all individually and try to give each of them their due right now. So stay right there. Okay, admittedly, I am giving all 4 of these little treasures short shrift. I admit that because, you know, this kind of a video is either short and sweet or long and tedious, long and sweet, depending upon what you're looking for. So let's just kind of test out. I can already tell you from the swatches that the formulas are different. We're going to do one on one side of the face and the other on the other side of the face. And I'm just gonna do one look because I don't really do tutorials, you guys. I'm an editor, I'm, you know, a beauty editor, as I always say. I'm not a makeup artist. So we're just looking at performance, which I've already felt in the difference in the swatches because these little guys were made in the USA and the others were made in Italy. So I'm already feeling a difference, not that that's bad. We know these two blush shades. So once again, we have Nymphite and Coral Cosmos. So we know the blush shades already. So I'm just gonna kind of mix them because I like to do that. But I will exaggerate it. And yeah, I'm just gonna mix them, but you saw them separately in the swatches. And anyone who needs anything a little more, well, you just tell me. Just give me a holler. And I love mixing blushes. When you give me a bunch of blushes, I'm gonna mix them. And so I thought that might be kind of fun because these are repeats, the blushes. And I am gonna open up, they gave me this little highlighter in Golden Moonlight. I don't even know if I have that already. I gotta check, but it's sitting here because they gave it to me. A little freebie, so I'm gonna put it on. I already feel pretty. Okay, let's do an eye look, and I'll try to use, you know, I mean, I'm gonna make sure I use a matte and some other shades, but I'll try to use shades that we're kind of, you know, that we haven't really seen. I'll make sure I put the names on the screen. So let's go ahead using a fluffy Rephr number 16 and just kind of go into the crease. I have had eye makeup off and on so much today, so no eyeliner and mascara for these particular looks. Into here now. Okay. Only because it's just murder on my poor little eyes. I want to go underneath the eye with this shade here. This is a Rephr number 2 brush. Remember, I have a Rephr video coming in the next few days as they get ready for their holiday releases. So watch this space. But we're working with them now. Ooh, that's so pretty. Look at the difference just in the sides of my face. Well, this is very pretty. This is really very, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to take this Rephr number 2 because it's kind of flat and I like that. And I'm going to go into this shade right here and just put that all the way across the lid. Now I could use my finger. I'm not getting any fallout. I would expect to get a little bit. My goodness, how could you not? And I'll let you kind of see how glittery and glimmery that is, but there's no fallout from it. I mean, maybe there will be a little bit. If there weren't, you know. And then I'm going to switch to a Rephr number 12. And I'm going to go into this kind of minty green shade here. And I'm going to go into the center and then on to the mobile lid with it. And I picked a reflective PAT McGrath gloss too. Now imagine this with a really nice, imagine this eye with a really nice liner and really flirty mascara. That's really pretty and you can travel with this and it isn't too huge. So I like these. I like these. I'm hearing everything you guys are hearing. I'm hearing everything you guys are hearing about, oh my goodness, it's cardboard, this and that. I don't know. I think that side of my face, I'm pleased with it. And there's not even any mascara on. All right, well, let's give a little try to Jeweled Temptation. Now, Jeweled Temptation comes with, which blush shades does that have? Desert Amber and Paradise Venus. Desert Amber and Paradise Venus, they are repeats, so I know I have those in singles, but I don't mind them in here. So I am gonna go ahead, I'm gonna knock some of that off the brush and combine again, because that is, I love to do that. So I might as well wear them the way I would. Again, if you feel like you're missing out on that kind of individual shade or you need to see them better and the swatches weren't enough, well, you just ask and I will provide. I do that over on Instagram. Check out my page over there. It is getting a lot of attention because we got a lot of swatches and a lot of swatch theft going on over there. So you want to get in on that gossip too. Lots of theft. I'm trying to do theft prevention over there. All sorts of craziness. Let's put that highlighter on too, because you know they gave it to me. How many of you got a highlighter? Could you sound off in comments? Did we all get one? It was listed when I placed my order. So I think we all probably got one, if maybe a certain order. I think I like this blush pairing better. This side, of course, is from Starstruck Splendor, and this side we're doing Jeweled Temptation now. Okay, but let's do an eye look with Jeweled Temptation. Make sure I've got the right one here. Yes, I do. Okay, so I'm going to get a fluffy brush out. Let's see. Again, this isn't getting the benefit of mascara and all that. Let's go ahead and put this shade here. I like these better, the way they perform on the eye than I did when they swatched. I was worried they would be a little dry when I swatched them, but I'm not finding that to be the case now. I'm really liking how they apply to the eye. I'm really liking it. And I put that shade right there. And let's go ahead. Let's try it. This is a Rephr number 27 for those of you following along at home. And I'm just going to put this here and then swirl it around. My friend over on TikTok, Daniel Renee, was demonstrating this technique. Do you guys follow Daniel Renee? He is fantastic over on TikTok. And he's a singer and quite gifted with makeup artist. And he was demonstrating that. Just put it there and don't move it. Just kind of swirl it around. And it really opens up the eye. Ah, genius. Okay, let me use this same brush and we're going to go into this shade right here. Oh, this purple shade. Look at that. You wouldn't even think this is purple from the side, but it is. And it's quite dramatic and quite glittery. This is some holiday drama, you guys. This is some holiday drama. And please note that the cheeks are overdone purposefully to help you see what they look like. I am not going to go out of the house this overdone on the cheeks, and I will even them out before we do the 5 pans, okay? I'm going to switch brushes now, and I'm going to go into a Rephr number 23, and I'm going to go into this bright shade right here, put that right into the middle, because it kind of has a little bit, believe it or not, of a purple shift to it, especially when it's combined with the purple. Okay. What do you think? Yeah, I want to get a little bit of a bigger brush because I want to do a little bit more with that. I like it, and I like the way, I don't like a dark makeup look, guys, and I like the shift in this, so I'm putting this over the dark purple, and it's making a little bit of a violet. Again, overdone cheek, of course, but it's making it more of a violet than a dark black purple, and for me, I like that. And I love the way this kind of mixes. It's almost like a palette on the lid, and I've made another look. What do you think? Yeah, still liking that combo of blush better, even overdone. But eye look, I think I'm liking this second eye look better from Jeweled Temptation. What do you guys think? All right, it's all got to come off. The next 2 palettes will get the benefit of eyeliner and mascara. Let's switch right now. Stay right there. Okay, now for the palettes that I was actually the most excited about, and that is surprising because I really did enjoy the Motherships. I really did. I didn't think I was going to as much. So we'll see what I think of these. These are much already, I could tell upon swatching, creamier, thicker shades. I adjusted the blush to normal amounts, as I think you can see. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna start with Lunar Nightshade, which I was so interested in. I'm curious about this shade kind of sitting in there. Almost feels a little bit like one of these things is not like the others. But let's go ahead and start with it. Why not? Rephr 15 brush, and I'm just going to put it kind of just up into the corner. I just want to work with it and see what we get here. And underneath a little bit. Why so subtle? That's how I just wear my eye makeup, you guys. I really don't wear over the top eye makeup, so I got to be true to me, right? Okay, I think that works really, really well. Ooh, some dark shades in here, guys, some dark shades. I am going to, and that is our only matte, so, okay, sticking with the Rephr number 15, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just put this, oh my gosh, on the outside. It's going to be smoky. I'm okay with that. Let's see what we think. Oh, I actually like it. So what I did was I'm coming out from this shade here into this darker one, and then we'll do the darker underneath as well. Not bad, right? Not bad, not bad, not bad. And then using my finger a little bit too. And then I'm going to switch over here to a Rephr number 1, which is my favorite Rephr brush, and go into this shade here. I am being much more daring than normal because I'm only doing one look. So I'm going to put that all over and run it into the darker shade on the outside. And then we're going to go in, I want to go in with the clean side of this brush and just kind of get rid of any delineation lines there. And taking this smaller brush here, which is a Rephr number 29, let's go into here and just kind of do a little bit of something inside, and then a little bit of that onto the lid, just reaching it. Wow, I'm pleased with that. Really thick and creamy, kind of Sydney Grace feeling to these shadows. Okay, I love it. Okay, and for this eye, we're going to do Bordeaux Bliss. These are very dark palettes for me. Oh, there we go. Oops, there's Bordeaux Bliss. Okay, there it is. All right, well, let's take a look at it, see what we think. These are dark. Okay. Okay, let's start. Wow, I mean, that's pigmented. Can you guys see how pigmented that is? Let me put down my brush. That's pigmented. I'm afraid. Okay, just tap it off a little bit. Put it there into the corner. You know, I'm joking that I'm afraid, but I'm kind of loving it. I mean, for the holidays and especially because I put that highlighter that they gave me, because what the heck, why not, all over the cheek shade, and it feels super glamorous, and I'm really kind of loving it. All right, let's go under, back to this, okay? Back here, okay? A little more here. All right, let's go over the lid. I'm sticking with this number 1 Rephr, a clean number 1 Rephr, and I want this shade all over the lid because it's beautiful and pink. I know everybody takes aim at Pat McGrath and they say, why does she only make pink shades? Because she makes them for me. Comment down below if she makes them for you too. I just love her pinks. But these kind of go like bronzy pinks too. Okay, let's stick with that number 1 and go into the super dark shade, which you know I'm afraid of. And I'm just going to put it just there, just on the outside. Again, that Daniel Rene technique of not moving it, but just squiggling it around just to give a little lift. He's such a genius. Okay. Ooh. Okay, now let's see. I want to take this number, Rephr number 28, and I want to go into, I want to scratch my nose first. See, I'm going to go into this little shade here, and then onto here. Okay, so it's 2 separate looks. So we have, on this side of the face, we have our Lunar Nightshade, and on this side, our Bordeaux Bliss. Which do I like the best? Kind of loving the Bordeaux Bliss. To be honest, I like them both. Kind of loving the Bordeaux Bliss. But I have to tell you, I liked these Mothership palettes more than I thought I would. Sorry, I know it's hard to listen to me when I'm got 2 different eyes looking at you. It's like, whoa, I understand. But I liked these more than I thought I would. I mean, for travel, you're set. There's no bronzer, admittedly. But wow, I mean, you could even highlight within this palette with one of the eye shades, you know, within the bigger Motherships here. I know they're in cardboard, and I know the blushes are repeats. There's some drawbacks for sure, but I do like the savings when you bundle it. And these little eye shades, here's my issue, you guys. I always want to take issue with Pat McGrath. I always want to say, they arrived too late, and customer service. And you know, I'm not doing an impression of you guys. I would never be so bold. I'm doing an impression of me. I always want to whine and complain. And then I put the stuff on my face and it's always gorgeous. And that makes it difficult for me to complain for too long. You know what I'm saying? So I got to tell you, I'm in love with all of this that I got. I wish I could have gotten the whole collection. You know, they have you ever seen that on there when you scroll down? They've got one that's got everything included, and I'm thinking, that's for me. But I obviously I'm not going to buy that treasure trove of delights. But I think I have enough of a treasure trove here. You guys, I am loving all of this. I'm really happy that it arrived in a timely manner. I'm loving the eye looks. I'm loving mixing the blushes. I love that they gave me a freebie pretty highlighter. I probably have this already, but maybe I don't. I haven't checked yet. I don't mind the repeat shades. The cardboard is nice and thick and sturdy. I like this collection. There. I'm not picking on Pat. I like it. But you tell me what you think. What did you get? Yours probably arrived quicker than mine anyway. I'm gonna, you know, kind of maybe try to do something here to make myself match a little bit better for the rest of the day. But I gotta tell you guys, I'm really happy with this. You know, look, what comparisons do you need? Because I am thrilled to do those over for you on Instagram. Just ask me. I mean, you know, we could do comparisons here till we were mismatched in the head, just like I am in the eyes. And I'm not going to keep everybody for 45 minutes doing that. I'm not going to keep myself for 45 minutes doing that. But whatever you need to see to help with your purchasing, you know, just let me know down below. I'm really happy to do it for you. I'm excited about this release. I didn't think I would be. Color me surprised. Color me surprised. All right, let me know what you need from me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you totally disagree with me. This is what makes us a community. We want to hear, I want to hear, we want to hear your opinion. So lay it out down below. Don't forget to share and subscribe and like. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. We got Guerlain coming up. Ooh.